Dreamscape against Mr. Sonny. Let's see what my offerings are like. Pasithea, Lunar, Chronicle, Canopy, and Respite. Alright. Lunar Embrace, Stalk the Shadow are the top 2 Dreamscape cards. End of story. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to take those. Yggdrasil Canopy is one of the worst Dreamscape cards. Conditionally, it can be really cool. But overall, I just don't want to bank on it. Pasithea, all sorts of cool things you can do with that card. Cetra's Respite, if there's something like an Unbound Emissary in the center row, I'll be real happy I grabbed Respite. Or something like a Verdigris. So, looking at this center, it's all about getting to Verdigris. Getting upgrades and cheapened Dreamscape cards, those are no-brainer grabs for me. Both of them help me get to the Verdigris faster. Mystic, Cultist. I'm not into the monster slaying this early. I rarely am, by the way. Occasionally they'll have cool effects that are like, I actually want to get that. So I'm just going to keep stacking the Mystics and ignoring everything else. I don't want power in my deck at all. Alright, again, Mystic, don't want power in my deck at all. And here is my opportunity. I have 5-6 towards Dreamborn, and I drew the 1 Militia in the 10 cards. Anything but that Militia, I'd have got Verdigris right here. Great. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Literally the 1 card in 10 that could ruin that hand. But that's okay. My next hand's really good. Ooh, that was a good time for a Call to Darkness. The Order of the Gear is pretty meh. Stalk the Shadows wasn't important when it came, but Call to Darkness wasn't a bad hit on Nihilus. I was actually planning to hit Nihilus with my Lunar Embrace after getting Verdigris. Okay, so now I have a choice. If I go for Verdigris, there are so many big champions, I should be able to get my money up really fast. But I do have Cetra's Respite. If I can just get enough Dream Insight, I could just buy Cetra's Respite to get Verdigris. I can't let it pass. It's just such a good card. Especially when I have Pasithea and Respite in my deck. It's going to be really easy for me to run those cards. Now normally here I would buy Loa. But I don't want to buy it until Verdigris has been played. So I'm going to buy the weak stuff instead. I don't want him to have Synapse to go with his Chaos Cannon. I don't want to spend my Insight just yet. I haven't bought any power cards at all, so I still don't want this Militia just yet. Very soon I'm going to make the transition to power. In fact, I'm kind of going to make that transition right now. I'm getting rid of some of my power, but I'm buying Dreamkiller and Templar. I don't want to buy the 7 and 6 cost because Verdigris is going to give me more bang for my buck on them. Alright. I don't really need Loa right now because I'm going to get all the insight I need right here. So I'm going to buy Dream Shaper and hope that something cool comes. Then I'm going to buy Pasithea while Verdigris is out. It's going to give me a 5 refund. Then I still have all of this to work with. I might as well Cetra's Respite for 6 and get 4 back from Loa as well. Now I have absolutely no qualms about spending my insight on killing the Deluding Djinn. And can properly start stacking up the heavy infantry. Because of the Lunar Embrace, I could easily pop any of these things in the center that I want. What I'd really like, though, is for this Engulfing Kraken to steal me something good before I Nightmare Tyrant to get something good. He's only got 1 card left in his Dreamscape. And he bought 2 cheap constructs out of there, the Vigils and Arbiters. They're excellent, excellent cards. Arbiter's actually one of the easiest ways to win in this set. And he knows that. Alright, so it's not quite the perfect time for it, but I need to steal whatever his last Dreamscape card is. Reverie Muse. That is not what I was hoping for, Sonny. And I'm actually going to use this to gain a Dreamscape card as opposed to gaining points. Giving me options to spend all this insight I'm about to be flooded with is more important to me. Come on, Synapse Spire, give me a good option. Nope, not really. I mean, it's more stuff to spend insight on. It's all well and good. Alright, which ones to buy? Let's go with the Berserker first. Then let's buy these two heroes. That'll leave me plenty to buy more stuff in there. Let me buy from the center row, see if anything flips. It doesn't. I'll go ahead and buy this because he goes second, and he could easily, with his deck, hit enough points off of Arbiter Sensor to end it. He's probably going to hit a Fleeting Hope and hope to get a Nightmare afterwards with new options in his Dreamscape. But since that was 5 plus 2 on the Arbiter Sensor, game's almost over. He's now fishing for enough insight to pop the Chaos Cannon, but there's just not enough. I didn't actually see what he did for those last couple points. What did he use? Oh, did he put a Vigil in play? Chronicle Vigil, that is. That would have given him 2 points. Heavy? I don't know where he got those last couple points. Doesn't let me go back to the game state to see. But it was close. That was actually a really fun game. Thank you, Sonny. We're going to run a second back-to-back. I'm not even going to stop the video. I'm just going to chain them. Alright. This Imaginative Matron is way worse than you think it is. It sounds cool. Draw a card, discard a card. If you can unite, you get any card from your discard into your hand. It's just not worth it. Berserker Frenzies and Never Let Go. Lunar Embrace and Stalk the Shadow or Never Let Go. Pasithea is decent. It's not great, but it's decent. Decent enough to be worth a spot in my Dreamscape. You should take Ephemeral. And now we have choices. Getting the Trinket Harpy means I could potentially get Berserker Frenzy off of killing stuff later. And the Trinket Harpy, I mean Templar Dragoon, to kill it in the near future, and having that come up regularly. There's a lot of cool constructs and a lot of cool buying stuff. I'm just going to side on the Mystic. I want to buy the important things. I want the Berserker, I want the Deluxe, I want the Thought Tank. I also don't want to flip him any good 4 cost or less cards. Alright, now is where I'm okay starting to build my deck. Now there's 2 Berserkers for us to fight over. Yay. I'm going to get one of them. The question is, am I going to get the other as well? Nope. Sure not. Also, this hand is pretty atrocious. Verdant Hatchling, just 2 points every time you play it. Most of the reason to buy it is for that extra insight, which clearly he wanted, or has a Reverie Muse and wants to combo it with. So I don't think he's bought any other Lifebound, because the Ephemeral's gone. He must have a Reverie Muse and maybe Nari's Blessing in his deck. Alright, there's nothing I want to kill for 3 power out here, so I'm going to use the Berserker on all-in money. Just in case something epic flips, I want the cheap card first. Cheap card first, and then indeed Thought Tank is excellent. Now we're going to see what new Dreamscape offerings I'm going to get from the Templar Dragoon. Just really don't like having him with an Inquiry, especially straight to play. It's just nasty. Normally I would want the Fear Wielder here, but he can put the Planar Aperture straight into play, and then his Inquiry goes crazy, and he gets to whatever his 10-cost Dreamscape cards are way too fast. I need to take it away as a policy of exclusion. And of course an idea detector comes out, so my exclusion was upgraded instead. 3, idea, straight to play, boom, pop the inquiry, continue, and then he's going to bank all that insight going for a 10 cost. I'm sure he has Nari's Blessing based on his purchases earlier. Now is where I go for my field wielder and my heavy. There's nothing I want to buy for 4 right now. I don't have any Mechanic Constructs to run my Brainstorm except for Thought Tank and the 2 costs, but they're all hanging out. If only there was a Nihilus or something like that, or maybe, I don't know, Nightmare Tyrant. Then I'd be able to kill it with the Ephemeral Ritualist and be really happy. Which is why I'm going to purchase first. And then I'm going to purchase more, keep that idea away from him. And then there's nothing to do here except for kill what I can kill. I did not end up picking up a Techno Leap, so there's no way for me to keep that construct away from him. There aren't any 2-cost things. Alright, if I spend 3, gain 2, I can Lunar Embrace for another 3. Oof. I'm tempted to. If a 3-cost or less monster flips after this Thieving Griffin kill, I can do a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to try it just in case. Hey, there it is. So I pop Lunar Embrace. I kill the monster that's cheap enough for me to kill. And that gets me a free Berserker Frenzy. Not only that, it happened to give me the Thought Tank, which happens to let me get the Synapse Spire away from him. And now this game is going a different direction. Now before I hit end turn, I should think about the Brainstorm. Because I do have 4 of these constructs in existence. I'm going to grab the Brainstorm. I'm going to be real sad when he has Dust to Dust. He has all the insight in the world to run Dust to Dust. Destroy all of my dreams. That was not a very good hand, Sonny. You still haven't popped Nari's Blessing yet, which is surprising me. But your Ash Can Armor, or Trash Can Armor as I like to call it, is in play. So now's where you buy something with it. Hello! Alright. I go second, so there's no need for me to play anything hasty in my Dreamscape. Extra 3 money is not going to do anything yet. Sure, I'll go ahead and double that Cultist for a couple points. There's my Planar Aperture, which means I'm going to have a good day here. Please don't Dust to Dust me and I'm going to have a good day. Now is the perfect time to Dust to Dust me, though. Don't do it. Don't do it. So help me if he just killed that monster and it gave him Dust to Dust from Field Wielder, I'm going to be real sad. Ooh. Aura of the Ascara now, so he can double his Fear Wielder, which wouldn't do anything unless he has another power. I mean, he can just double the Mystic and get the Chaos Cannon. And he can put the Chaos Cannon straight into play. Really? Oh, there you go. He stalked the Shadows and picked up the money that way off the Fear Wielder, which gave him an extra Dreamscape card. And then he can still put the Chaos Cannon straight into play, still gain a bunch of power, and go to town on it. Has he popped Inquiry already? Yeah, he already popped the Inquiry because he needed it to buy the Aura. He can kill the Deludings with a mix of just Insight. He's got 5 cards in there to work with. Deluding Djinns are 5 for 5. Ooh, that's not good. He made me discard Brainstorm. I was going to Planar Aperture, then Dream Lab straight to play with Planar Aperture. That would have given me a 5 and 5 on the Brainstorm play. I was looking forward to that. Thankfully there will still be monsters in the center, so as long as I draw some of the power in my deck, I'll be able to kill some stuff and double it. Kill the Fin Maul, then you have enough insight to kill the Diluting. Kill the Fin Maul. Then he also has the discard pile to work with. Are there any of the 3-cost guys? Not the right ones, just the money ones. I wish I could see my new hand already so I could be planning what I'm going to do, but I'm just waiting for Armistice effect to actually hit me. There we go, there's the Fin Maul. Now he's got effectively 9 power to work with, using the Insight as power. He decided to risk it. That gave him 3, goes straight to play, gives him 2 more runes off of the Verdant. And the 2 insight back. That was worth it. It worked out. Lunar Pack was a great trad. Ooh. If I can double the Engulfing Kraken, that'll make me a very happy person. So give me all the power in the world. Not quite. There's 3, there's 6. So I'm just a tad bit short. Is there any way for me to boost it? Not without something specific flipping out. All of these cards in the center are pretty crappy ratios. I can get 4 points for 4 insight there, 5 points for 5 insight there. Trinket Harpy could potentially give me something cool. Ugh. If I do kill the Trinket Harpy, I'd have 2 towards the Diluting, which would leave me with 3. That's probably okay. Let's take that risk. No, I don't want to double that one. I want to double the Diluting. Which means it's now time to kill the Diluting using all of the power, because that'll leave me 2 insight left to buy something. Now I wish to double. Dreamwillow is a good ratio. Make sure no cheap constructs come out. I can buy the lab. And this was a pretty good game here, Mr. Sonny. You have the huge Mechana thing, Inquiry and Chaos Cannon did all kinds of cool stuff. But so did I. I doubled a lot with the Berserker. I think your deck value is higher. And by think, I mean your deck value is about 10 higher than mine. Slightly higher than 10 higher. You had 15 higher than me in deck value. So well done. That was fun. And that's it for today's Ascension live stream. Does anyone want to watch any of my other games? Or should I just call it a day for the streaming?